Hi, welcome to another edition of Seven's Pinballorama. I have done this opening like 8 times now. I'm a mush mouth today. So I've given up. I don't even care anymore. I'm just going to do this, and if I blah, blah, then you get to point and laugh. Anyway, so yeah, check this out. Hi, welcome to another edition of Seven's Pinballorama. I'm Seven, and this is too fast. Hi, welcome to another edition of Seven Pinball. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, welcome to another edition of Seven Pinball. Take two. I'm Seven, and this is welcome to. I'm Seven, and this is another edition of Seven's Pinballorama. I have a shirt to prove it. Now, the hell is that? Okay. So the last episode, we did the butt trumpets. I'm pretty happy with them. I need to tweak the one on the left a little bit. It's not quite right, but I'm pretty happy with the right one. I had also mentioned that I had made a mistake, and I should put a mistake board on the back. So I made an all crap board. So the first thing that I did when I originally sprayed this, I for some reason I thought we'll start with the outside and we'll move our way in, and that was obviously the wrong way to go. I ended up having to spray my red again. Ah, crap. The second one was, what was it? Oh, I was doing the graphite transfer, and I spent all that time scribbling on the wrong sheet of paper. Ah, crap. There's another one. Okay, so the new one is, I had mixed up my blue and color matched my blue, and I sprayed it, and I was pretty happy. Everything looked pretty good until I took the frisk off the bottom, and then I stood back and I'm like, that's not quite right. And I think because this frisk has a slight blue color, it may have kind of threw me off a little bit. It's probably not even enough. You probably can't even really tell in the camera. And once this is all together, you probably wouldn't be able to tell, but I can see it, and that's going to bug me. And since I've already painted most of this playfield, what's a little bit more? Anyway, it might not have been the frisk. It might have just been me, but I'm going to blame it on the frisk. So today, what I'm going to do, and this is actually, it works out well, because my first episode, I wanted to cover doing frisking and all of that business, and I didn't, because I just went ahead and did it. So we're going to do that today. What I'm using is actually, funny enough, Martha Stewart's, look, I just did it again. Martha Stewart's Crafts. I get this at Michael's, and it is probably the cheapest place that you can buy frisk material. Art places and things, you can get a roll of this for like 30, 40 bucks. I think they have this listed for like 17 at Michael's. And then they always do those like buy one item and get 50% off. So like this costs like 10 bucks. It's good. It's pretty good stuff. So it works. That's why I'm using it. What you need to do this is you need a really sharp X-Acto type knife. I use the little, I don't use the super sharp, I don't know what these blades are called. I don't use the super sharp one, but I use this style. I find it's a little bit easier. Put a new one on every time you start, because you want something really sharp to cut through this without digging into the wood beneath it. Then the last time I had covered this whole area in frisk, I probably didn't need to waste it. I really just needed to do this, and then I could paper off the rest of it. Ah, crap. Oh, and one for the blue. Ah, crap. Yeah, so today I'm just going to do just frisk a little bit around the outside, and then I'll paper the rest of it. I have blue, we'll spray the blue, and then there won't be an update for a while. I'm going to go ahead off camera. I'm going to finish the playfield. You don't need to see me make more little dots. There's no point in that. Then the next episode that I do, I'll come back. All of this will be ready to go, and I'll do an episode on doing the clear. Then we have to wait a few weeks for the clear to really kind of cure and settle down. It shrinks a little bit. the stuff that I'm using, we'll cover that when I get to that point. But so it'll be a couple more weeks after that before the next update's out. In the meantime, there is a little bit of news that's different from this, is all of these pinball things, this whole Pinballorama thing, there's actually a method to the madness. And what I'm doing is I'm buying these old pinball machines, fixing them up, getting them ready to play. Eventually they'll go into a public space and people can come and play them. And it looks like we're getting closer to that. There's been a space that I've had my eye on, and I just got word last week that the current tenants are moving out at the end of May. It is now the end of April. So yeah, might be pretty soon. Pretty excited. So not being able to do updates is probably, I might be there doing other stuff. So we'll film all that. You'll get to see. All right, so today let's put the frisk down. We'll spray some blue and kind of go from there. All right, so I cut 2 pieces of frisk. Since I only really need to mask off this particular area right here, I figured that these are probably going to be, you know, it's probably a little more than I need, but what are you going to do? That's good enough. There really isn't a trick to putting this down. Obviously, you want to try to do it without a bunch of air bubbles, but the nice thing is that if you do get it, like if I get a big air bubble in the center here, it doesn't really matter because that's all coming out. So usually what I do is I peel off a section. I figure out where I want to place it. And this is probably, yeah, about there, right? I hold this down, peel that back, and I just sort of stick this on. Just enough to hold it down. And then I just start laying, I'm laying this down as I'm sticking it. Let's see, I got an air bubble there. That's all right. I don't need to protect that area. And just kind of slowly work my way over, trying to lay it down as flat as possible. And you can peel this up a little bit. You have a little bit of wiggle room on how it goes down. Just kind of like that. I'm mostly just interested in protecting the edges that I'm going to be. I don't really care about this stuff outside, on the outside. So I just want to make sure that that's going to lay down flat. And then I'm going to trim off, this is overlapping, I'm going to trim it off because I don't want it to interfere with me cutting out the little section in the middle. I'm going to hold on to this because I might need it for something. And then we'll do the other side. Easier going that way. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to take my new blade, and I'm really just going to cut around the edge. Now I'm going to hand paint my red in, so I just need to cover this blue area. So I'll just go ahead and I'm just going to kind of cut in the middle in this section. We'll fix that later. We'll fix it in post. Okay, I guess we're just cutting. And I am cutting just on the outside of the black border, because if I can save some of that, that will make things so much easier. Okay, so I've got that cut out. Now, when you peel this up, have your knife ready, because you may not have cut through. I don't always cut through exactly right. So sometimes you have to kind of cut through areas that it's kind of hard to get this up. There we go. Just peel it back carefully and make sure that you're all the way through. Oh, that one. Oh, there we go. Perfect. I'm going to save this because it's actually, you can re-stick this down. In fact, I think I'll just stick it right here. Cover up a little extra area. So that's all there is to it. It's pretty straightforward. I had already, now I'm touching it. I had previously had cleaned this all up, so it's all ready to spray. I use naphtha. That'll help get rid of all the oils and everything. And I had kind of gone over it. Previously, I'd gone over it with magic eraser and a little rubbing alcohol to kind of bring out some of the dirt, because I thought I was going to save it. But so much for that idea. Okay, so we'll cut out the side, and I'll be back with blue. All right, so I had originally started spraying blue, but I found my paint was a little too thick and splattery, so I've thinned it down. Let's just pretend like I haven't done a thing yet. So this time, the last time that I sprayed around the frisk, it seemed to kind of seep underneath a little bit in a couple of places, and I think that might be due to the fact that I laid it on a little heavy. So this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do much lighter coats and just more of them, and let's see if that stops it from kind of getting underneath that frisk. Basically, I'm going to spray this and sort of trying to keep it kind of dry, I guess. A good way to explain it. So it's probably good for the first coat. And then I'll probably end up doing 3 or 4 coats, kind of that thickness. And we'll see what that gets us. Okay, so I ended up putting about 4 coats in all onto this. It is still just a little wet. It's a little too wet to be doing this, but maybe I can add to my crap boards. But I'm going to pull this off so we can take a look and see how it came out. Here we go. So let's see if spraying it a little bit drier helped. What the hell's going on here? Ah. Get off my finger. Helped a lot. My lines are pretty much perfect. Couldn't have asked for anything better, I guess. Oh, crap. Ah, crap. Where's my pen? I missed a section right there. Ah, crap. All right, so I think I could probably, there's not very much. It's very light. I think I can lift it with a little paint thinner. So I guess I'm going to be doing that now. All right, a little paint thinner in a jar. Q-tips. Let's see if we can get that. See if we can lift that up without smudging our other stuff. I'd like to get it before it dries too much. Look at that. Perfect. Crisis averted. That wasn't too bad. It came right up. Not a problem. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint from here up, and I'll do the upper playfield. I'll get all that finished up, and then the next time I see you, I will be ready to spray clear. Okay, until next time.